Hey everyone, Ed here at Audio Ultra, and I'm coming to you today after learning and understanding the room better. And what we're doing is we're actually using REW, and I'm here with a friend I'll introduce you to in a second, and we're really trying to, not trying to, actually maybe it is, we're still learning as well, what the room is really telling us. And when you know, you know. I mean, it just snaps, everything falls into place. I'm working with a guy named Nick, and I'm going to bring him in on a second to kind of have you meet him and what he's doing now with Audio Ultra and kind of the new phase, a new chapter, I guess you could say, on where we're going.
Cool, Ed. Thank you. I am Nick Tarnowski. I am the owner of Black Ocean Audio. I make and design speakers here in Washington, and I am with Ed today at his amazing listening room, and we are using REW to fine-tune and maximize the sound in this room. So as you can see behind me, we're using a bunch of different types of panels to improve our sound and maximize the graphs that we're getting on our computer. And let's go see what that looks like.
All right, so Nick, we're here at REW, and we're looking at the SPL and phase line, and the goal is really to kind of get that as linear as possible, right?
That's correct. You want basically to be within 3 dB over and under of your set line. So you can see we measured at 75 dB, and we are very, very close. Yeah, we are very, very close, except for in the low bass region to achieving that plus or minus 3 dB at 75.
Yep. And a big part of what we did here using this metric is we started moving panels, right? And when we started moving the panels, that's when the lines started becoming more linear. And really what we're hearing more bottom end, we're hearing more bass, we're hearing a little bit clearer in the definition in the mids and toning down the highs.
That's correct. So through a combination of moving panels around and moving our loudspeakers into the room a little bit, we were actually able to reduce the dips in the bass region that we were getting. So there was a big suck out on the graph that used to occur down here in the 35-40 region, and we were able to eliminate that by bringing the speakers up into the room and placing panels at the first reflection point to eliminate any of the other problems that brought with it.
Yep, yep. No, all that was really, really cool. So once we kind of got that done, no matter what we did, any movements that were left to do, any options left on reconfiguring, really wasn't doing much to change what we've actually experienced here. So then that allowed us to move on to our RTA.
So what you're looking at now is an RT60 graph, and this graph basically shows the decay time and the delay that you're getting in your room. So the more we can bring this down into the 300 region, the better your room is going to sound. So essentially you can equate this to the reverb and echo that's happening in your room at particular frequencies.
Yep, and it was all very, very clear, and still we have some work to do, so we're not done, but man, this was up in the 600s. This was at...
That's right. We significantly improved it by adding a particular type of insulation at the first reflection point, and by adding particular types of panels behind the speakers. So there was a significant improvement just by panel placement on the reverberation time in the room.
Yeah, and most of our, from the 200s all the way up to the 1K up in that area is now averaging about 450 or 450 milliseconds.
That's right.
Yeah, so I mean that was huge. That was at 600. I mean that was just crazy. And tonally, you heard it. I mean everything, the room just pressurized equally. And back like I talked about a few videos back with gain, right? You want a room to have as little influence as possible. So you don't want positive gain and you don't want negative gain. You want to be as linear as you can get. Yeah, and just to go back a quick step for clarity, what we're doing here is because I changed the rooms around and putting in hard surfaces, the floors and taking things off the walls really kind of brightened up the room a lot where it became fatiguing, right? So in both listening rooms. So what we had to do is really come back in, as Nick said, and we're working together, is really kind of having REW help us tune these rooms up. And moving these speakers and bringing that chair back is what we ended up doing, really just shifting everything towards the rear of the room all of a sudden, again, was a major step forward. And that's what we were trying to say on that SPL line there, really using that to kind of figure out speaker positioning, chair listening position, which are very, very key. But once we defined those, which was a huge impact, then we went and started playing with panels and not the other way around. And playing with panels was like, every inch, every flip of the panel and learning, because what you see on the walls right now aren't the final panels. This is going to become beautiful artwork. It's going to look amazing. But sound quality, we want to get, again, that room. We want to lose that room's influence and get that line as linear as possible, which will just balance the sound. Okay, so the other big thing we have going on now with Nick is that, again, he's on board with Audio Ultra and he's here to add support. So we're adding some services, and one of them obviously is going to be measuring the rooms and really kind of getting into the real acoustic side of things and really kind of help improve sounds that way.
That's right. We want to take what we offer already to the Audio Ultra customers and maximize your home experience. So we will come out, we will measure your room, we will help you put panels in, we will get your room to what it should be to utilize your gear and your speakers to their full potential.
Yeah, and we'll travel anywhere, right? U.S., right? Are you okay?
right.
You okay with flying? Will you fly anywhere?
I'm good. Yeah.
I mean, I'll fly. You fly?
I've got my real ID. We're good. Yeah.
All right. All right. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.